I did this mobility routine last night before I went to bed, and I woke up feeling so good. My hips were not tight, my shoulders felt loose, my back felt alive, and it didn't feel like I was creaky and I needed someone to come grease my joints up before I could get my day started. So this made such a huge difference in my morning and in my day, and I want to share it with you so that you can wake up feeling so good. Now, it really doesn't matter if you do this before bed or during the day. You can do this anytime during the day, and just keep doing it, and you will notice such a huge difference in your joints, in your muscles, and in your flexibility. And I can't wait to get started. We have got 16 exercises we're going to work through today, and we're going to hold each stretch. Well, not hold, we're going to work through them for about 45 seconds. We'll talk about the difference between actual stretching, that more static stretching, and more mobility movement. So right now we're just going to start a few seconds here, just taking some neck rolls. So taking your ear down to one side, rolling it to the other. And you can kind of mix it up, and as you kind of hold it, reach away with that opposite arm, and then switch sides. And then back to the other side, and then other side. Now we're just gonna look down. You can just take your hands and kind of take your chin towards your chest, and then look up. As you do this, stretch down, feel that stretch through your neck, and then as you look up, just kind of feel that stretch all the way down your back. We're gonna do one more down, one more up. And from here, take those arms out long. Now with this one, we're gonna reach side to side. As you reach, rotate that palm up from side to side here. So rotating through the arms, palms facing up, feeling this through the hips as well as you reach. Breathing as you go. Now with a more static stretch or a stretching routine that we do together, we will hold our stretches. We will hold them in place, try to take them deeper. Here we are trying to work them deeper, but we're moving as we go. So working through that mobility through the joints. Let's do a couple more. Here's 2 and 1. We're gonna take it into a half kneeling stretch now. So just one leg forward, leg at 90, other leg back at 90. We're gonna lean it in, forward, and then we're gonna take it out to the side and work a deeper stretch through that inner thigh here. And then forward, lean into it. And then other side. Breathing as you go. Now, if you do find you need a little extra support under your knee, you can always use a towel or a more cushioned surface. Keeping your chest up here. Now we're gonna take these a little bit slower. Now I want you to take it a little bit slower, lean into it. And then other side, open it up nice and wide. Woo. We're gonna switch it over to the other side here. Let's do one more forward, one more side. Hold it for a second. And then switch it over, last one. Good. Now we're going to take it up. Other leg comes forward, keeping here at this 90 degree. Same thing. Take it forward. Take it out wide. And out wide. Mobility training is very useful, not only for everyday life, making things easier and just feeling better. If you know the creaky feeling, you know what I'm talking about. And it is not fun to wake up and feel that. So, gonna help in that area. And then just all those other things. You know, when you get up from the ground and you start making noises, you're like, that is, that is tightness. And we're here to loosen that up. Now hold it for a little bit longer, hold it. Good, take it back. Hold it here again. Also in your workouts, going through these different mobility exercises will help you get a deeper range of motion and improve your flexibility. One more forward, one more side, and then we're gonna go into a low sumo. Out here. Good, so bringing it up now, both legs out. Bring it down nice and low as you can here, and just kind of rock it from side to side. Back is staying flat. As you work this side to side, you can think about even dropping one shoulder in. And the thing about mobility is do what feels good to you. We kind of all have our own different movement patterns. So just lean into it. And it's the same thing with stretching. You don't want to feel any pain as you're going through a mobility exercise, but you do want to feel that stretch. And now here we're going to take it a little bit deeper. So use your hand now and kind of open up through that hip. Lean into it. Other side. Lean into it. And one more here. Good. We're going to bring it back down to a kneeling position. So right here, if you can, just reach for the ground. And I just want to have you hang here for a second, feeling this stretch, kind of legs straight. And then squat it back down, holding it low. And then we're going to go into our psoas stretch. So from here, back to that kneeling position. Important here to keep a 90-degree bend with this forward leg and the back leg. From here, tuck your hips, squeeze. And now when we do this, you don't want your knee to come over your toe. We're gonna tuck and squeeze and just lean back into this. Lean back, you can use your hands here. And bring it up. Lean into it. So this is gonna hit the psoas. This is gonna hit that hip flexor. You're gonna feel it in the quad. Woo, feels so good. Stretch it forward. Good. Remember, make sure you're keeping those hips tucked under. We're gonna hit different things if those hips are not tucked. Now from here, we're gonna reach up and we're gonna take it over this forward leg. So reaching towards, not towards your leg, but reaching on that same side. So reach over and you can kind of just drive your hips to that one side. Oh, that feels so good. Back center. We're gonna do two more. Here's two. Up, last one. Bring it up, switch sides. So other thing, 90-degree bend, tucking the hips, and then just leaning back into it. Hold it for a second, and up. Woo, feeling good. And make sure you're breathing throughout this. We're gonna get ready to reach next. So taking that arm up. Let's do one more hold here. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the opposite arm to leg up, and then we're gonna reach over towards that forward leg. So reach it, and you can, again, kind of drive your hips. This is where I especially notice where I have one side that's tighter than the other. I can feel that big time when I do this stretch. And always good to recognize that so you're aware. You can kind of focus on that side, stretch it out. Let's do two more. Here's two. And last one, reach it. Breathing. We're gonna roll it onto our back next for a figure 4 wiper. We're gonna work one side and then the other. So now taking it down onto the mat, onto your back, that figure 4. One leg is gonna stay bent, the other one is bent and over, so ankle right above the knee, and we're just gonna drop it down. So we're gonna wiper to one side, let the top of your leg kind of hit the floor, back over, and then other side. Oh, and this side feels so good. You can get a little deeper on this side, so hold it for a second, back up. Stretching through the front here of that hip, and now other side. Again, take your time, let yourself feel that stretch, kind of work a little bit deeper into it. We're gonna switch sides soon. We're gonna do one more of each. Ooh. So here we go. One more over. Here's back. Center, other side, so switch it over, other leg comes on top, figure 4, and let's drop it. Switch it over. Now I have been adding mobility into my training more and more, and I always like to do that before I share something with y'all. I wanna make sure that I know what it's all about, I know the benefits, I can actually see a benefit in it. And when I did this combo last night, oh my word, I was like, this is it. This is the goods right here. So I knew it was time to share this one with you. Oh, almost there. Let's do one more each side, dropping it here. Ooh. Good, and over. Oh, this next one is such a good one. And we already loosened up through the hips, so this one should feel really nice. Now we're gonna do a 90-90, alternating 90-90. So what that means is we're gonna have our legs up here, and then we're gonna drop, lean, bring it back up, other side, drop them, and lean into it. So alternating sides here, lean. Back stays flat. Make sure you're not rounding through your back to come down. Just go as far as you can with that flat back. But again, as we're working through these exercises, you'll find you can take things a little bit deeper as we are increasing that flexibility. And again, taking it nice and slow, so get that full exhale as you come down. One more each side, so here's one. And then we'll switch it to the other side. Whew. Good, and down. Bring it up, back center. Now we're gonna take our self onto all fours. So take yourself all fours, knees just about hip width, shoulder width here, arms down. We're gonna do something called scapular pushes. I'm gonna try to turn just a little bit this way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push up through your scapular blades here, push up, and then let them drop down. Get a little round here. Push them up. Good, so around, let them fall down. Push that chest out. Keeping that belly button tight, squeeze belly button into spine. And I can tell you this one, oh my word, if you have to carry around a baby or a toddler, I have noticed so much how tight my back is now, even into my shoulders. And doing this one has been so helpful to help loosen that up to where I feel like I always have a kink in my back. This one has made such a big difference. So if you find that you are feeling that from carrying your baby around, push it up. Last one down and up. Good, we're gonna stay in this position now. From here, you're gonna take one leg out to the side, and we're gonna just take and rock it back. Push it back, drop, tuck those toes under here, so the top of your foot is flat on the mat, and then back. And just rocking back and forth between this one. So again, feeling a nice stretch through the inner thigh. As you push back onto the mat to feel it in your back as well. Let's do two more and then we'll switch. Here's two. Ooh. And one, drive the hips back, push that floor away, and up, other side. Taking that leg out. And here we go, drop it. And up, breathing. Pushing the heels of your hands into the mat and up. Spine nice and long. We've got three more, so this is three. Oh, here's two. Taking our time, two. We're gonna take both legs out next. Or I'm sorry, both legs in and then rock it back. Last one, so this one should feel really good. We should be able to go pretty deep on this one. Legs in, out a little bit wider now so you can drop your bum in between your feet. So we're gonna push it back, drop it, push it. And up, back on all fours. Drop it down, push. From here, we've got three more. Here's three. Here's two. And last one, drive it, hold it. Now from here, you can kind of walk even your arms down and just stretch through this. I'm kind of sliding my arms, taking my fingertips out longer on one side and then switching. Last 3, 2, 1. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna go into a V sit now, so just bringing it down. Legs out, not a super wide V, a slightly more narrow V. We're gonna take it over opposite hand. I want you to reach for the outside of that foot. Hold it here. And then come up and twist. Good, slide it back down, reach, hold it. Good, bring it up and twist. Oh! Bring it down. And up and twist. Now as you go too, think about your ankles here. So as you bring it down, if you can even grab your foot and kind of pull up with that, feel that stretch through the calf, and then as you come up, you can point it. One more here, down, and then we'll add that twist. Good, up and twist. Now moving on to the other side, keeping that V. Opposite hand, reach for that foot. Good, bring it up and twist. Sit up nice and tall. Fold it back down, so let that chest come over that leg. Again, you can kind of pull back on the toes, feel a nice stretch through the ankles, through the calves. Bring it up, twist. And the reason ankles are so important in calves, if you have tight calves, tight ankles, it will prevent you from going deeper into your squat. So you could be, when you are strength training, you could totally be missing out on building more muscle because you're not able to go through that full range of motion. So even just taking time, if you find that you do have tight ankles and calves, just take a couple minutes before a leg day or a strength day and work through some ankle circles and stretching your calves out. Last one here. Oh, good, and we twist. Oh. Just bring your legs together now. We're just gonna take a couple deep breaths in. Relaxing, sitting up nice and tall. Now, if you want an awesome pair with this, I'm gonna leave a full body stretch for you to check out because mobility and stretching really do go hand in hand to increase your flexibility, reduce that muscle soreness after a workout, also help to reduce injury and just make you feel so good. I am so glad we could do this together today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you hopefully over at the stretch so you can just complete this day. I love you so much, and thank you for joining me.